Hi, I'm Fasted Fred. I want to start with something that will make you pause for just a second. Maybe your belly fat is actually decreasing, but you're convincing yourself you're failing. You step on the scale, look in the mirror, pull up your pants, see little difference, and your brain immediately says, it's not working. And that's the very phrase that makes many people give up just as their bodies are starting to get going. Because belly fat doesn't disappear instantly. It disappears silently from the inside out. Your body will give you the signal first. The scale and mirror usually come later. Let me tell you a real-life experience so you can see that this feeling isn't unique to you. There was a period when I was very serious about fasting. I ate simpler food, stopped snacking, walked regularly, and tried to go to bed early. But the scale remained almost unchanged. Some days it even increased slightly. I looked at my belly and saw it was still there, and it felt like I was being mocked. The hardest thing wasn't hunger. The hardest thing was the feeling of trying hard but seeing no change. But then I started noticing the little things I'd overlooked before. I woke up feeling less groggy, my head less foggy. I no longer fell into that 3-hour fatigue slump, and the hunger was still there, but it wasn't screaming anymore. It came more gently and went away on its own. A few weeks later, when I looked at my profile picture, I was startled because my stomach looked completely different. Not because I did more sit-ups, but because my body felt less bloated, less tense, less heavy from the inside. That's when I understood something. Belly fat reduction usually shows through how the body functions first, then through the number on the scale. And that's why this video was made. Today, I'll show you 7 of the clearest signs that your belly fat is truly melting away, even if you can't see it clearly in the mirror. More importantly, for each sign, I'll provide a very simple solution that you can implement immediately. So the process of losing belly fat happens faster without being extreme. You just need to remember one principle throughout. Belly fat is easier to get rid of when your body has more stable periods to lower insulin, reduce stress, and maintain muscle mass. Now let's start with the first sign, the one that discourages many people the most. Sign 1. Your weight stays still or increases slightly, but your belly fat may still be decreasing. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But the scale doesn't just measure fat. It measures water, glycogen, food remaining in your gut, and even whether you're getting enough sleep. When you fast regularly, your body uses glycogen in your liver and muscles. Glycogen always comes with water. In addition, just one night of insufficient sleep, one day of stress, or one meal with more salt causes your body to retain water, and the scale jumps. Fat, on the other hand, decreases very slowly. That's why there are periods when you're doing everything right, but still feel uncomfortable with the scale. If you want to lose belly fat faster during this period, the most important thing isn't to cut more fat, but to avoid panicking. Panicking increases cortisol levels, and increased cortisol makes it easier for belly fat to accumulate. Just track your weight weekly, not daily. Weigh yourself 3 times a week and observe the trend. Don't let one morning's number crush a whole week of effort. Sign 2. Your belly looks different when you sit down before it starts to shrink. This is a subtle but very real sign. You may not have lost many measurements yet, but you feel less tightness, less bloating, and less heaviness in your belly when standing or sitting. The reason is that belly fat isn't just subcutaneous fat. It's also visceral fat and inflammation. These 2 things are what make your belly feel tight, heavy when standing, and constricted when sitting. When visceral fat and inflammation decrease, the pressure in the abdominal area decreases. Your belly will push forward less. And this is usually the first thing that shows up in profile photos. The simplest way to speed up this sign is to walk after main meals. I'm not saying this just to sound good. I'm saying it because it's the easiest way to stabilize your post-meal blood sugar. You just need to take a light walk for 15 to 20 minutes. When post-meal blood sugar spikes less, insulin doesn't jump around as much, giving your body more time to open up and burn fat, including belly fat. Sign 3. More stable energy levels, even when you're not eating constantly. Before, you lived by eating for energy. You had to grab something mid-morning. You had coffee in the afternoon. But when your body starts burning fat better, you'll have those moments of, wow, I'm still okay. This is when your body stops relying on fast-acting sugar and starts using its reserves. And those reserves are fat. So if you find yourself less prone to low energy levels during the day, it's not luck. It's a sign that fat is being mobilized. To speed things up at this stage, you have to protect your muscles. because muscles are your fat-burning machine. When you maintain good muscle mass, your body is more ready to burn fat, and belly fat will be harder to accumulate. The simplest way is to start your fasting diet with a clear protein intake. It doesn't need to be fancy, just have some. And if you can do one more thing, do some light resistance training a few times a week. You don't need a lot of muscle, but you need to be reminded that you don't want to take me away. Sign 4. Hunger changes your personality. When you first start fasting, hunger is like an alarm bell. It's intense. It's urgent. It makes you think of only one thing: food. But when the body begins to believe it can draw energy from fat, hunger becomes more polite. It comes and goes. You're still hungry, but you no longer feel panicked. This is where many people win or lose, because the first hunger pang of the day is usually like a wave. It rises, then it falls. If you learn to go through it without panicking, your body learns that it has reserves, and the hunger will lessen in the following days. A very simple trick is that when hunger comes, delay making a decision for 10 minutes. Drink water, walk around a bit, do a small thing. Many people are surprised that the hunger subsides on its own and they find themselves freer from their stomach. Sign 5. The energy drop at 3 p.m. disappears or lessens. This is a sign that many people will nod in agreement with immediately, because everyone has experienced it. Shortly after lunch, you feel sluggish, your head feels heavy, concentration is poor, and you just want to lie down or get a coffee. It's blood sugar that goes up and down, insulin that goes up, and then pulls you down. When your body uses fat better and your blood sugar stabilizes, the afternoon suddenly feels easier to breathe. You no longer feel like you have to drag yourself through the rest of the day. To speed up this sign, you don't need to eat less. You just need to eat smarter. The order of your meals is crucial. Eat protein and vegetables first, then carbohydrates. It's the same meal, but a different order will affect your blood sugar differently. More stable blood sugar means fewer crashes, less craving for sweets, and that's when belly fat has less chance to accumulate. Sign 6. Improved sleep. This is a sign many people don't believe until they experience it. But in reality, belly fat and sleep are closely linked. Poor sleep increases stress, increases hunger hormones, increases cravings for sweets, and disrupts insulin. And that's the environment belly fat thrives in. When you start to stabilize, you can sleep more soundly, wake up less often, and wake up with less of a headache. And good sleep makes fasting the next day easier. When fasting becomes easier, you're less likely to disrupt your rhythm. When you're less likely to disrupt your rhythm, belly fat goes away faster. It's like a good loop that propels you forward. If you want to support this loop even faster, one extremely valuable change is to avoid eating right before bedtime. When your last meal is spaced far enough from bedtime, your body settles down more easily, allowing for deeper sleep. And deeper sleep means you're burning fat more easily, even when you're not doing anything. Sign 7. Brain fog decreases. You focus better, remember better, and are less distracted. When your body burns fat, it produces ketones. For many people, this is a stable energy source for the brain. You feel clear-headed, concise, and less strained. And when you're clearer, you make better decisions. You're less likely to be caught up in impulsive decisions like, I'll just eat a little bit to feel better. So this sign is both a result and something that will help you go further. Now, let me put it all together so you can see the bigger picture. When belly fat starts to decrease, it rarely appears as a miracle in the mirror. It appears as a series of operational signals. The scale may not look perfect. The mirror may not be telling the truth, but you will see your body become less bloated, less heavy, your energy levels more consistent, hunger pangs lessen, afternoon crashes lessen, you sleep more soundly, and your mind clearer. And if you only look at the scale and mirror, you'll give up right when your body is about to shift gears. I'll add one more thing to make this video both engaging and scientifically accurate. These signs will be clearer if you avoid things that cause insulin spikes. Many people fast but nibble on flavored drinks, small snacks, or break their fast with a shocking meal. Their body gets pulled out of rhythm. And when you see inconsistent results, you think you're doing poorly. In reality, you're just being pulled off track by very small things. So I want you to comment so I can help you with your specific problem. Of these 7 signs, which one do you most recognize, or which one do you most want to see? Just leave a comment with a sign. I'll read it and guide you on how to speed things up in a safe, easy way that fits your schedule. Thank you for watching this far. I hope you see your progress sooner, have more faith in the process, and be calmer about the numbers on the scale. See you in the next video.